And you are watching the Greyhawk channel. This is Mordenkainen's Path of the Plains, the epic plane hopping adventure with Mordenkainen, the master of mages. I'm hearing an echo somewhere. Has somebody got an open mic? Where would we be hearing that? Nope. That's frustrating. Well, why don't you guys introduce yourselves? And I'm going to try to figure out where this echo is coming from, because that's real frustrating. Huh.
Very strange.
Do you guys in chat hear this echo? Hello, 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 echo, echo, echo. No? Okay.
I don't hear it on
All
your
right.
end.
Well, fantastic. I'm DM Shane. I do a bunch of shows here on the Greyhawk channel, and these are my fantastic players. Ellie, would you go first?
Hi,
Introduce yourself.
I am Ken, but I've moved over to my real life name because I'm a real person. So I'm Ellie. It's nice to meet everyone. I am a PhD student by day, play D&D by night, so PhD, then D&D. And I'm just going to say it right now, it's my birthday today. So everyone throw those bits, get me some divine favor, y'all. It's going to be great.
Nice commercial there. Right on.
Bits for her birthday.
And I have already made a commitment that I'm going to fulfill. It's going to be a grim one. I owe a double birthday. What was it? Last week was yours, Kelly? Or okay.
Last Monday. Mm-hmm.
Introduce yourself, my dear.
Hello, my name is Kelly at the Opera Geek on Twitter. I sing opera and I'm a geek. It's pretty self-explanatory. I don't do a lot of podcasts and stuff, so I will just be playing my character today and hopefully making you laugh with some super awesome singing.
And tell us about your last week.
My last week, I got to kill Matt Mercer for my birthday, and it was wonderful. And it was fantastic, and he was a good sport about it, because I killed him with his own catchphrase. So I had to do it. Yeah.
Bravo. All right. Happy birthday to you.
Oh my goodness. Is this happening?
Happy birthday to you.
Oh.
Happy birthday, dear Ellie and Kelly. Happy birthday to you. There we go. You asked for it, you got it.
Wonderful.
Sean must hide his face behind his clipboard. Oh, the things that this man will shamelessly do. I need to get out of this game. Sean's
well, there you go, Ellie. I don't have to
monologue.
sing happy birthday to you now.
I'm going to make you show your face now, Sean, and introduce yourself and your character. We aren't hearing you.
Oh no.
I muted myself because I was screaming. So I host Waffle Talk, and I run the Dice Camera Action Wiki. So check that out on Gamepedia. And I am playing Odos Telecanthus, who's Gitzerai Drunken Master. And fun fact, the names Odos and Telecanthus are both from a 4th edition adventure, The Haven of Bitter Glass, which I really liked, by Kevin Culp. So I stole 2 good names from it.
Oh, Sean the Lore Master. If you need anything, any bit of knowledge, he's got it up in that head. Fantastic. Sean what's going on, man?
Oh, just another day ready to play Heinrich in the depths of hell with his party. You guys can catch me at CastleMacSean on Twitter. And we play Sundays and Tuesdays at Castle Mac if you guys haven't checked us out. So,
right on.
Ready to go.
All right. Well, how about we jump right into it? Heinrich, Sean, would you like to read the previously on, or should I just wing it? I love putting you on. Oh, Kelly.
That was Kelly's.
I did not do. I forgot.
Oh, you didn't do it.
I was really busy.
Well, I remember most of it, right? It was the.
Why don't you do this, Sean? You have to say, though, previously on Mordenkainen's Path of the Plains.
All right, previously on Mordenkainen's Path of the Plains, we were in hell, and we fought a couple of those Arinyes things, the ladies with the wings.
What is the agreed-upon pronunciation there?
Irenyes?
Irenyes?
I don't want to get off on a tangent, but in the Aaron M. Evans books, the Brimstone Angels, they're pronounced Arinyes, which makes no sense to me, but I don't know. So, I don't know. I call them Arinyes. That's what I call them.
Arinyes.
So,
Arinyes.
basically, one of them led us to the fortress of a Styx devil in Amnizu named Bullbeyot. And we went there. He's like this big, disgusting devil with an imp buddy, and he wants to have dinner with us. So we all kind of sat down at the table, wondering like what kind of food they were going to serve us. It's probably like, like a halfling with an apple in its mouth or something disgusting. That's where we stopped.
Fantastic. So we can just jump right back into that. Let me pull up the appropriate spooky music. There we go.
Oh my goodness.
That's spooky music. All right. So the party finds themselves inside a massive keep, a central room in this keep. This keep is suspended above a roiling cauldron of lava on the blasted plains of Avernus, with a breathtaking view of the river Styx. And the party knows from their battle with the, what was it, Arinyes? Nightlife Night is suggesting Arinyes. Oh well, Arinyes. They know from their battle that Bullbeyot, the amnizu, is charged with overseeing a profound stretch of land around a certain area of the Styx. He fishes fallen souls from it, and his job is to corral these young souls and train them to be the shock troops in their ongoing war with the demons. So far, the party has seen none of this war, but it seems to be heavy on the minds of every devil that they meet and talk to. And their presence has been requested. Actually, they kind of bargained their way into this keep to meet with Bullbeyot because they are here to find Tragar Hax. Tragar Hax has 2 sections of a powerful artifact called the Ashen Staff. Odos carries the 3rd section of this artifact, and they need to make sure they secure all 3 parts and destroy them. However, Tragar Hax disappeared into hell several minutes before they did, and now they cannot find him. Know not where to look for him, so it's their hope that Bullbeyot may be able to provide some useful intelligence, or he may just eat them. Bullbeyot is about 9 feet tall, almost round in a bulbous sort of sense. He wears incredibly rich finery that has been splattered with who knows what. Mucus, bile, feces, various delicacies of hell, which are probably worse than all of those, regurgitated all over himself, and he seems to be unaware of how foul he is. And he has greeted the party and sat down in front of a fully accoutered table. Apparently, you are to dine with him, and it is a feast.
Please, sit down with me and dine. We have arranged a fine array of tidbits that I think may even be digestible by your humanoid palates.
And the imp on his shoulder goes, and Actually, the meal doesn't smell that bad. But Heinrich is the first to the table and sees that it is utterly unidentifiable. There seem to be entrails and organs. There are no plates, no utensils with which to eat. It's as if many massive creatures were suspended over the table and eviscerated, their organs splashing down in a steaming pile upon the table, much of which has run off onto the floor.
Heinrich, having traveled
please.
for 20 years or so, he will try to steal his stomach sit down. And while he does say, "We appreciate your kindness and welcome as we are suppliants in your land."
Well, I am simply pleased that you would join me. It is not every day that I meet accomplished travelers from the prime material plane, as it is known here. Why, I wonder, might you be here? You appear not to be restrained in any way.
And he belches forth this sort of steaming pile of goo that bubbles down his chin and splashes wetly down the front of his ornate garment. He doesn't seem to notice, and the imp kind of scampers down the side of his body and begins licking at it.
Most humanoid people do not come here of their own free will, but it appears that you are here fully in possession of not only your faculties and your freedom, but your equipment. You are clearly an expedition. Tell me, why have you graced my table?
I just want to say, I think there's a 50% chance you're going to make yourself barf by the end of today's session.
Please stop.
And I admire the dedication.
I am shameless when it comes to the RP.
I just want to note that I did a very high school thing where I picked a seat and I watched to see where everybody sat around me. So my character's covering that up, of course. He doesn't care at all. So can you? What kind of stuff is on the table?
It appears to be viscera of some sort. There is a steamy heat coming off of it, but it does appear predominantly to be raw. And all of you have certainly been involved in the preparation of game. I mean, this is... You don't live in a world in which you go to the supermarket for your food, but... So you're familiar with these lungs, heart, stomach, intestine. These all appear to be organs of a bizarre sort and function. They don't line up with the biology that you're familiar with in animals from Oerth.
I'm going to kind of observe the table for a minute and choose something that looks most like an organ I would eat, I guess. Well, not me, but she would. Liver, possibly. And I'm going to address Bullbeyot. My lord, may I ask you a question?
Oh, please. You are guest in my house, and I am... Am I not? A wonderful entertainer.
And these two massive devils behind him, they're incredibly tall, gaunt, and as they sway to and fro, these bloodied, rusted chains jingle and scrape across the floor, and they both just nod limply.
I was just wondering if it would be offensive to either you or your food preparation specialists if I were to season this more like what we are used to, so that you may also try a delicacy as we eat it.
I am always eager to sample a new delicacy.
Fantastic. So I'm going to take the bit of meat or whatever I've managed to get and kind of hold it away from myself and cantrip firebolt to cook it.
Ah,
Nice.
so as the firebolt leaps forth, Bullbeyot goes, oh!
You're going to burn your food.
Yes, and then I'll break off a piece and very gingerly walk around the table. I'm not going to move my icon, but I will walk around the table and present him the first piece before I try it.
I see.
He grips it in his massive claw-like hand, which is... Have you ever seen like baby hands? How they're the deep dimples instead of knuckles? They're concave, and then there's like the fat wristband. He's got all that action going on. So he wraps his meaty fist around it and squeezes it, and it goes...
Somewhat less succulent this way, but...
And when his lips part, his lips on both the top and the bottom pull back probably 3 inches, and you see that his mouth is full of razor-sharp teeth, needles of teeth, dozens and dozens. You've never seen this many teeth in a mouth before. And he...
Yes, it departs a little bit from the native flavor of the delicacy. I do like the taste of the char.
Why, thank you. And I'll go back down around to my part of the table, and I'm going to kind of catch everyone's eye with that look that just says, pray for me if you're the praying type. And I will take a piece of it that is raw and say, since you were kind enough to sample it my way, I will now sample it your way. And I will take a bite of the raw food.
Let's do a constitution check.
Oh, don't fail me now.
Hold on, let me get the... there we go.
Constitution. Oh, good. One of the things I'm terrible at.
Oh, nice. So you reach down and you catch something that resembles intestine, perhaps? It's kind of a looping tendril, and as you pull it up, you're a little concerned because how do you get the end of it? It disappears into the pile with both ends, but oddly, as you pick it up, it goes... twists 3 times around your finger, and you bravely take a huge bite out of it. There is a little bit of... You get a little spray in your face as you break the surface. So all of you see a little bit of green splash across her face. And when you chew it, and it seems to be moving, squirming around in your mouth, your stomach roils and heaves, but you are able to continue to chew and swallow.
Well, that's different. I will give you that.
Yes, well, that is the glandular structure inside a demon.
Oh, fancy. I don't think I've ever had that before. Check that off my list. And I'm going to very kind of surreptitiously pass out some of the cooked parts to my buddies. The parts that are already cooked and okay to eat, because I figure if you burn it, at least the bacteria is gone.
I'm not going to make you guys do a check to dine upon the cooked portion.
Heinrich will take a raw one, hold it up, and go in for it.
Okay, let's have that roll, please. Oh.
I beat you, sorry.
I'm going to use my Indomitable for my fighter class, where I can re-roll. So I'm going to go ahead and do that now.
Yes.
That's pretty wild that a nat 1 is an 8 for you. Should seem like a fairly safe bet.
Oh, better.
Yes.
Yeah, there we go. Brilliant.
So you take something that is kind of flat, flaccid and pancakey and just kind of a limp, droopy thing. It's hard to get a strip of it that you can bite. And when you do, this bitter flood rushes through your mouth, and it's almost like it's trying to go down your throat. And you have a couple of moments of... But you are able to keep it down.
This is just fear factor, huh?
Yes. Yes.
I'm going to look for the most disgusting thing on the table.
Oh, no.
Everyone's going to go for it.
I'm going to look at Lux. Just be like, I'm gonna eat
There
whatever.
are a few eyeballs. They are about the size of a small fist. They have kind of the cat-like eye thing. And oddly, instead of an optic nerve dangling off the end of it, which is what you would expect, they have, it's almost like hair, bristles of, dare I say, pubic-ish sort of hair, kinky, curly hair. And that appears to be the most repulsive thing on the table. A pube eye, yes.
I don't have to eat the pubes, do I?
Oh, God.
Come on!
Oh, this could go so many ways.
This really is hell. I don't want to
Oh,
swallow
God.
You can
pube. Wrap around your uvula. or whatever.
You could try to grasp it by the hair and just try to bite off like the iris, the cornea, front part of the eye.
Hey, Ellie, happy birthday.
So,
Is there juice in the middle of it? Is that how it is with an eye? or no?
yes. So that's what you're gonna try?
First, I'll bite a hole into it, and then I'll drink the juice.
Oh my god.
All right.
If I'm not dead, then I'll try a pube portion of it.
Let's try a con
I
roll.
want to look at Lux directly in the eyes. Like,
All right, let's try that.
There's no way you could do this. That's what I'm trying to communicate.
All right, let's do that con roll.
Okay. Constitution.
Ellie, are you getting genuinely nauseated? Ooh.
I think she looks a little green. She looks a little green.
No, I'm good. You
Okay,
guys
good.
Carry on.
So you're able to nip the end of it and kind of rip off the iris cornea. It's strangely cartilaginous. It's less gelatinous than you would have thought. It's like chewing on a bit of cartilage that you might find between two bones and some, like a big leg that you're eating. But immediately there's like this rush of kind of cloudy fluid down your face, and it smells rather foul. But you are able to kind of squeeze it and squirt the rest into your mouth. It's quite bitter.
I just want to point out that I have purity of body, and I'm immune to disease and poison. So I'm hoping that I can eat this without too much of an ill effect, so I can kind of try to please this Bullbeyot guy by eating a bunch of his food,
I mean, he's got to be impressed
Okay.
at this point. He's got to be getting impressed.
Adjusting the collar.
All right.
Getting ready.
Lux.
All right, Lux.
So, whilst Odos has been staring Lux down, trying to eat this eyeball, Lux is going to reach forward into the gristle and cast Minor Illusion, so that when she pulls it back out, she has something which is equal in grossness to what Odos tried to eat. And she's simply going to lick it and then shove it down her throat and pretend to eat this illusion.
All right. If you would put that in chat, just in case there's some sort of check I need to make here. Minor illusion. intelligence, so it would basically be a passive thing. Let me look at Bullbeyot's stats. Mwahaha. Okay. And what is your spellcasting DC?
14.
Or, yeah, okay. All right, so he watches you. And you are able to, let's actually do a performance check as well. I think that's appropriate.
I've never even had to do a performance check, and I'm the bard.
Oh, I'm not very charismatic.
Performance.
Lovely.
What's it going to be? 12? Okay. So you are able to, you munch into your illusory viscera, assuming a stoic persona. You decide not to push it, not to get too dramatic, but just try to grit through it. And Bullbeyot watches you, but he's not watching with a critical eye. He's just looking from person to person. I'm assuming that much of this takes place at close to the same time. And he looks from person to person.
More importantly, does Odos realize that this is illusion, or?
What is, I would assume not. What did you say your spell DC was?
14.
And so your passive perception is...
14.
Oh, there you go.
So I know.
Well, ties typically go... The way I do things is ties go to the player. And so in this case, she would be considered... I mean, obviously you're a player as well. But since she's the one trying to pull something off, then, yeah, you don't really notice. You're still trying to choke down the remnants of your pubic eyeball.
I'm going to kind of cast kind of a side eye over at Lux, because my passive perception is 15. And I'm just going to kind of look at her and roll my eyes like, dear God.
Mine is also passive 15.
Hey!
He's like, ugh, good job.
Everybody knows but me.
You've been bluffed.
Oh, man. All right.
All right, so I'm going to kind of very delicately kind of lick my fingers and look at Bullbeyot and say, my lord, this really is an excellent feast you've provided for us. We are quite happy to be your honored guests in this circumstance. I venture to say not many people have had the honor.
Oh, people, no. I have dined upon your kind in a feast much like this, but I would say that this is the first time that I have entertained your kind, as opposed to punished, subjugated, tortured.
Well, so this is a new experience for you, too. It's lovely to have new experiences, isn't it?
It is. And quite frankly, you fascinate me. Tell me, what brings you to Avernus? You know the saying, all are welcome in Avernus.
I wasn't familiar with that saying, but now I am. Do I have to repeat the whole story I gave the imp, or can we go for... Because I can, I just...
Yeah, I don't remember specifically what you told the imp. We may have some people who haven't heard it. So what are you going to try to sell this guy?
Thankfully, I have my trusty pushy notebook, which I do know what I told the imp. Okay. Well, you see, we are, I mean, as I know from your lovely assistant over here, Jez, we know that you are a lawful plane of existence. And while you and I might not always agree eye to eye on certain things, we also agree that everything has its proper place and order. Am I correct?
Yes, that is certainly true.
Okay. So, my dear friends and I were hired by somebody to go after a man who had taken something that belonged to him. And just as we caught up with him, unfortunately, he jumped through a portal to this plane. We jumped after without having much time to do any research, and unfortunately it seems where we landed, not exactly where he did. That's how we ended up going across your lovely plane, is looking for this man.
Wonderfully tantalizing and painfully vague. The reason that you are seated here in my glorious presence and not dead is because I knew that there would be a story, some fascinating reason that you are here. And no one comes here of their own free will. You must be looking for something. I knew that you were. And I might be able to help you find what you're looking for. But I will need more information.
Kelly's talking, but we don't hear her.
Hi. I can describe the gentleman for you if you'd like.
Describe what you seek and why what you seek is important enough to come all the way to hell.
Well, between you and I, my lord, the thing I don't give a rat's ass about. But the money that I get paid to bring the thing back, I do give a rat's ass about. So I can't tell you much. I was only told it was something very precious, and I would be paid a lot of money to get it back. I unfortunately can't really go into it beyond that. I can just describe the gentleman that we're following.
I am beginning to fear I might have overestimated how interesting you are. I am not in the business of providing assistance for bounty hunters. I am sorely disappointed that's all.
And he slams his fist down. And the chained creatures lumber a little bit closer, up to his sides.
Heinrich will jump in. Be like, it's not just the money. The thing that this man has is one of the causes of a great catastrophe on our plane and in our world. Much like these beings from the abyss, demons, we are fighting a war ourselves.
I'm going to be internally screaming at Heinrich right now. Just internally screaming at you.
So he possesses a weapon. Is that what he possesses?
I'm not sure if it's a weapon or just a tool, but either way, we need to retrieve it.
What is the nature of harm that this causes?
To be honest, I'm not quite sure. I came back to this world and found that it had been used. I am just an old soldier hunting it down.
You quiet ones, I trust that you have been silent because you have something worth saying. Tell me why I should help and not torment you.
Well, because if we stay here, you're the one who is going to suffer.
I like the funny-looking one.
I'll look around, trying to figure out which one.
And he levels his yellow gaze at Lux. Yes?
It's much as my companions here have said it. I ain't got nothing else to add.
Don't worry, my lord. She's just as sassy with us. If she means no disrespect.
Oh no, certainly, Lord. No disrespect.
So you may or may not seek something that may or may not be a weapon. I must decide whether this is worth my time. I must admit you have held far less novelty than I had hoped.
Well, my lord, we don't necessarily need your assistance as long as it's more of a blind eye to our passage. We wouldn't dare of putting you out especially after you've given us such a lovely feast.
Heinrich Wad, I also would not be surprised if our enemy were trying to align himself with demons. Perhaps your enemies and our enemies. Who knows?
I am charged with the care of this stretch of the Styx. What if it should become known that Bullbeyot allowed these foreign creatures to run free, pursuing who knows what goals? I would be putting myself at dreadful risk.
Well, then
why
by all
would
means.
I?
By all means, my lord, I'm sure that there is some sort of task we can perform for you in exchange for this blind eye.
This staff can be used against you. Do you understand?
It's a staff.
Yeah.
Every
No,
time
also-
Otis and... Oh, God.
Our time is precious, and you are wasting it.
Oh, every time Otis and Heinrich open their mouths, I just, roll my eyes. Just...
Heinrich feels the same way about Berlin, so it's cool.
So this staff, that is a weapon. Obviously a magical apparatus of some sort. So powerful you would risk traveling to hell to have it.
Oh, I have a question. We went back in time, right? So the creature that's destroying Orth, the big
The chain
thing,
god.
is that going to
Chain
come
god.
here eventually too? Or is this, we're in the past, so that's not going to happen for a long time? Is that the deal?
You do understand that you are in the past. You understand that Rixta has described this creature as the eater of all things. He has told you that he believes that it was there at the beginning and that both evil and good gods banded together to restrain him.
Okay.
But that's the limit of what you know.
So I'm going to tell him, know that if we do not destroy this staff, the chain god is going to destroy everything, including each of the 9 hells. You would be an idiot not to help us. Are you an idiot?
Oh,
Are you?
diplomacy.
I'm going to look at his little imp. I hate that little thing. That's weird.
So, you seek a staff so powerful, it can stop the chained god. Now it begins to sound more interesting. That might be an object of interest. I would merely want to see, to marvel at something so powerful. Sometimes hell is boring. I would certainly not impede your search for something so exciting. But I ask again, why would I turn a blind eye? Maybe for the novelty to see an object of such power. But I could do so much more than overlook your presence. I could aid you. You are but guests here. This is my home. Why would I help you?
I don't
Well-
recall asking for your help.
Lux, shut up. Well, you did say that you were always looking for interesting things. Am I correct, Lord Bullbeyot?
Yeah.
New experiences, things that you haven't felt before. Am I correct?
Yes.
When was the last time you ever helped a group like us?
No. I help myself. So how does this help you? Oh, tell me how.
I'm thinking.
This guy, man.
I thought you were either thinking or passing something. I couldn't tell which.
I'm thinking. That's my
The
thinking.
chain god is going to destroy you and everything if you do not help us. It can't be clearer than that. It is in your interest to help us.
The chain god is a myth.
I assure you, he is not a myth.
I have seen and done battle with the real gods.
I have seen the chained god with my own eyes as we left our plane. I saw a giant hand crushing everything, chains from the sky.
Whew, so scary.
I don't think you're convincing him, Heinrich. It's just a thought. Well, how about this then? Instead of us trying to come up with a reason, what would it take for you to allow us to pass through your territory?
Yes. I would need to know that you would return, that I might look upon this glorious object, see for myself its power.
Well, if we were able to retrieve it, this gentleman has already shown that he knows how to between planes. We cannot return if we do not find it.
Can you say that again? You cut out right in the middle, and I couldn't. I'm just like, what is that middle part that she said?
I said, this gentleman has already proven that he can travel between planes. We cannot return to you if we cannot find him.
Yes. I will help you. But I must also guarantee that you return to me. So, one of you must stay. The rest can go.
But my lord, unfortunately, we work together as a team. That's how we manage to accomplish our goals. We do need all all four of us to do things. Unfortunately, we're not as devils are when we're on our own. I mean, you've seen us. We can do great things. That is truly disgusting, Shane. I'm just going to
He reaches down a fat hook and gets like a twist of this intestine-ish sort of thing. And he puts it in his mouth and then goes, and it starts to spiral off the table and slap into his mouth, and he belches, which I can do, but I'm just not going to.
Please don't.
I'm just not going to.
I won't. That good.
He's like all at the ready to clip it.
Show me. Wait.
I'm gonna like quietly use detect thoughts to see if I can read this idiot's mind and figure out what he wants out of us. All right, I'm gonna put it in my thing so I can put it in the chat.
Oh my gosh, that's so long.
Yeah. All right.
You can read the thoughts.
So
Learn
basically,
the
I think
surface thoughts.
It's a save if you want to go deep.
Yeah. Well, first I'll read the
Wisdom's-
surface thoughts and see what I get.
What I'm trying to find is, does he know that you are probing him in this way? Because that would be something. Huh. Either way, the target knows that you are probing into its mind.
Okay.
So you could probe as deeply as the surface thoughts without him knowing. But if you try to probe deeper, he would know. Which is,
Okay,
of
well,
course,
I'll-
something you can attempt.
I'll just try the surface thoughts and see what I get.
So you reach out towards him and you hear, first of all, you get this wave of uncontrollable nausea. His thoughts are bouncing around and all things vile. He is imagining biting Heinrich's head. He could get his mouth big enough to take in his whole head, and he's vividly imagining the crack as his skull crushes and his brains shoot into his mouth. At the same time, he's imagining you, Odos, and imagining strange sexual things that are very disturbing.
No, not me.
Because you are foreign to him. He's never seen anything like you, and that's something that he wants to experience. Additionally,
Oh my God.
Additionally, he's thinking about playing this. He's thinking about the amnizus on either side of his keep, and thinking about how he could hide you from them. Could he get in trouble with their overseer? Should he be discovered protecting you? And also, could he use this weapon to overthrow his neighboring amnizus?
Oh, okay.
But his mind is just racing around.
Okay, so I guess I'm going to say some stuff, and in order to appeal to him, I'll try and, you know what I mean? Whatever body part he likes, I'll kind of accentuate and see if I can persuade this guy to leave us
You can just
alone.
pull your shirt down a little bit and show some skin.
Oh, this is disturbing.
Horrible.
You
So-
started it, Shane.
So I'm going to
Happy
say...
birthday.
Perhaps we could do something to one of your rivals along the river Styx, the other amnizus. They're evil. We have no problem, I believe. My allies and I have no problem hurting them if it helps you. As long as we can get on with what we need to do, because time is of the essence. And in Zerthamon's name, if you cost us anything on our quest, I will see to it that you lie on the blasted plains, and will be judged by Zerthamon's spirit.
Oh, Zerthamon. That sounds like a nice name for an imp.
Okay. All right. Know that I have had just about all I can take of this creature.
So, let me respond. I certainly would love to increase my territory. I think I do a fantastic job marshaling the shock troops, training them for the war. I should rule much broader stretch. But look around, strange creature. See the forces that surround you. You are not going to harm us. Neither can you harm my competitors along the river Styx, unless
We just
the shaft.
destroyed 2 Arenyes, or Arenyuses, or Arenyai.
Rinya Yin
We
Yang.
destroyed them. You understand?
I'm gonna be like, Odos, Jez is right here. Stop talking shit.
Oh, one of the Arenyuses is right here.
Yes.
I'll point at her. We just destroyed 2 of those and forced one to take us to you.
Odos,
We're
Jez, he
powerful.
does not mean it. Jez, he doesn't mean it. He thinks you're fantastic. We all do.
Well, here's what interests me. Not your fighting prowess. Not your promises of defeating my enemies. The staff that would bring you all the way to hell. That's interesting. So, if I could guarantee that you would come back and perhaps use the staff for me.
Oh,
I want it not, but for me, perhaps to advance my agenda, then I would consider this a worthy expedition to support.
I will let you know, Lord Bullbeyot, that he doesn't have all the pieces. He has the fancy-looking piece. We can show it to you, but we have no way of using the stuff. We don't have all 3 pieces.
You have a piece of it.
no.
He has pieces of it.
Show me.
I'm getting ready to run out of this.
No, we can't show you. And I would like to point out, DM, we never told him we had a piece of the staff. He does not know we have a piece of
I
the
thought
staff.
that's what you just said.
Nope.
Yeah.
No, I said we. I said,
Sean's agreeing.
no.
He's like, yeah,
I
you just said that.
I said we don't have the pieces. He has the pieces.
What are you doing, Bard?
I made sense to myself.
I have a speed of 50. I can run really fast. I'm
swear,
ready.
You're gonna run away from hell.
No,
Yes.
I swear I said that he has the pieces. We do not.
Like
He
force
doesn't have all the pieces. He has the fancy piece we can show you, but he doesn't have all the pieces to use the staff.
Who has the
can't
fancy
use it.
piece that can show him?
Tragar has the crystal. That's the fancy piece. The rest of the staff just looks like bits of a regular staff. But yeah, that's what I was saying. I wasn't saying, oh yeah, hey, we've already got a piece. I'm not that stupid. Sean, I know where you live.
So the staff is not even here in hell in its entirety?
Not as far as we know.
That's
And by the way, there you go.
unfortunate.
I knew you were going to ask for it anyway, so there you go.
Unfortunate and boring.
Well, thanks for the pubes. Let me get up. I was delicious.
So, disappointed.
And you do sense all around you these various creatures beginning to move in.
So unfortunate. I had dearly hoped that something would be worthy of partnership.
I'm going to be sitting here, and I'm not sure exactly how to do this, but I'm under my breath, so he can't hear me. I'm just going, Rixa, are you watching?
Heinrich will start talking in the meantime. Like, if we are going to have a battle here, many of your soldiers will die.
Hello?
Potentially you as well. That will weaken you against your enemies.
Heinrich, you're not helping the situation.
There's a million of
Everyone.
You are in
Lux is gonna stand up, like push back from the table, look at Bullbeyot. If you want someone to stay here with you, I'll do it. Guys, we have to complete this mission. Everything depends on it. If it means I stay, then so be it. Just no more of this.
Oh, she's wonderful. But I don't care anymore. If there's no staff, then I am uninterested. Sad, very sad. But now I can provide something to my superior for bizarre captives, and maybe after a few years of torment may have insightful information. A pity about that staff. Have we nothing else to discuss?
A very important question for the players to consider, but we're going to take a break right now for Divine Favor! There we go. Which, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what they're going to do here. So maybe some Divine Favor could be helpful. So we're going to go straight in order. Let me pull up.
No.
I'm gonna pull myself out of the running.
Me too. It's Ellie's birthday.
Going to stay with the
That's Lux.
was genius.
Yeah.
I can't give
Yeah.
inspiration, so I'm gonna take myself out.
Yeah. I'm not going to go in the running for.
Well, then, you can roll a d6 for us and see what happens. Why is my Divine Favor card not there? Huh.
Thank you so much. It's my birthday.
There we go. So now everyone has the Divine Favor card.
Ooh, Supreme Fortune.
Yeah, so what do we have? She rolls a 2, so yes, Supreme Fortune. 1 re-roll of any single to hit, ability check, or saving throw. Fantastic. So,
Thanks, guys.
you now have that at your disposal. He asked a question. Response? It is very obvious that he is disappointed in the way this interaction has gone and is finding nothing that tells him that you are valuable to him.
I'm just gonna shut up because every time I open my mouth, it gets worse. He likes you, Odos. Wink at him.
Heinrich is Heinrich, no matter what. So he's gonna be like, I'm afraid we tried to give you a deception. We have this piece, and I will show it to you now. We will not leave it here, so don't even think that's on the table. But you'll see it. We will go, and we will come back with the staff. Without leaving a single member here, though you can send us with an escort. And he'll reach into the sack and show the crystal.
Is the crystal what you have?
No, we have.
You have a
part-
staff piece.
We have a staff piece.
Oh, staff
Yes.
piece. Okay. Well,
Yeah,
that's-
Traegar
that's
has
what
the
it'll
other 2 bits. I would like to take this opportunity to point out that I didn't lie to him at all. I just said we didn't have all.
May I touch it?
Oh, such a loaded question.
He wants to touch the shaft.
Oh God.
May
There you
I?
go.
He
There you go,
he
Devin.
extends.
We'll hold out the shaft to be touched.
Oh my good
So
God.
he traces a fat finger down with a grotesque gnarled fungoid nail down the intricate spiral carvings of this section of the ashen staff. Over the runes, strange inscriptions which are not readable to any of you. He looks at it. He raises another hand.
Powerful magics. I knew they were interesting, did I not say? Did I not?
And everyone's kind of bowing and starting to move back just a little bit.
Yes, yes, yes. Now we can speak.
He rubs two fat claws together.
Anything that will complement an item of such obvious intricacy, beauty, and power is something that I wish to see now. That would be fascinating. So, what can you tell me of this other who has the remaining pieces of this ornate shaft?
Well, he's an asshole.
I like him.
Oh, no, you don't. Well, he's quite distinctive looking. If any of your people see him, they'll know. He's looks rather pretty for a human on one side of his face, and the other side is completely twisted and disfigured, as if he's had a horrible accident with his chemistry set.
Oh, distinctive. That's helpful.
He snaps a fat hand, and Irene, we're gonna go with that. This Irene, which is the singular, I assume, quickly clumps her heavy plate-booted feet over to him and leans in. He takes a fat claw down her cheek. You think you might see a shudder, and he says,
Pull the scouts.
and she bows quickly. And apparently being that close to his maw is a revolting experience, and she kind of wavers as she quickly marches away. She brings in these two little spiny bat-like creatures, and the three of them depart very quickly.
Well, it may be easy. He's so distinctive. We may have seen him. He may be in our dungeons. I don't know. We may get that lucky, but what can you tell me of where we might find him?
We don't know. He jumped through the portal about 3 minutes before we did.
You know,
And unfortunately, the portal was moving.
Nah, so you know nothing of where he could be. But he is here on Avernus, is that right?
That much we know.
So, how would we go about finding him? I might have an idea.
And 3:15 to you guys want to take a quick break? Is this a good spot for a quick break?
It's a good spot.
Heinrich is it's eagerly nodding.
Got a lot of
Fantastic.
sparkling water here.
All right. So yes, as Bullbeyot considers how he might find Traegar hacks in the vast expanse of Avernus, let's take a quick break. And It won't necessarily be a 10-minute break. I know that's the length of our timer. We'll come back as soon as everyone's ready to come back, and we'll get right back into the story. I mean, I really do want to gag right now. Like, the whole mouth-watering, feeling vaguely pukey sort of gag right now. So, yuck.
Dry heaves.
I'll be right back.
And I do want to real quick thank some folks. Tanith and Devin Rue, who have been throwing beautiful bits and pushed us over the divine favor threshold. Thank you so much. And we had a bunch of people follow too. Raven, Michele, Nightlife Knight, Dice Prophet, Znorky. So awesome. We're having a great game. And we will be back in just a minute. What is that? What is that? That is the jingle of divine favor.
Again?
Oh my gosh,
No.
again?
It's bits. It's heading towards divine favor, but I hear the ring-a-ding-ding of bits being thrown, and of course it draws us back to the game. And
More bits.
we are back. Fantastic. We are enjoying a wonderful dinner. Who knows? It could be brunch. Since there's no sun, no day, and no night in Avernus, what meal of the day is this? Who knows? It doesn't matter. But
It
you,
could be our last.
most importantly, you could be enjoying your last meal in the grim keep of Bullbeyot. And he was just trying to think of a way to find Traegar hacks for you. Because once he fingered that shaft, he was
God.
in. He was hooked. So,
I know what we can do. Of course, I will send out my scouts. I have many winged reconnoiters in the sky, and I think perhaps we will find him that way, but I think to be safe, because, of course, time is likely of the essence. Anyone in possession of 2/3 of an item of that power, I'm sure, is a formidable figure, and we don't want him to find his way back home. We want to embrace him here. So, I will provide you with an escort, an orthon, to take you to the Pillar of Skulls. Have you heard of the Pillar of Skulls?
Sounds like Odo says. He's
Not-
very excited.
Not in this game, but no, we have never heard of this place.
It is a bizarre monument, to be sure. It's a towering monolith of... How does one describe it? A pillar of faces, of moldering flesh, rotting skulls. And yet still sentient, still annoyingly conversive. They... the lore conflicts. No one is quite sure exactly what they are, where they came from. Some believe that they are severed heads taken, excuse me, from fallen warriors in the Blood Wars, and some believe that they are the cursed heads of sages who told lies in their lives. What matters not is where they came from. What is important is that they answer questions. We'll go there and ask the pillar where we can find your refugee. And they'll tell us. A good plan!
and the imp goes, me.
Excellent plan.
All right, I'm gonna get up.
He
All right,
rubs...
bring us your orthon. We're done with you.
Oh, no. First, we need a contract. Here are my terms. I am sparing your life. I am aiding you in your quest. I am providing you protection. We must qualify these gifts with a matching pledge in return. Here are my terms. 3 things. Should you die in Avernus, your soul comes to me. 2.
Aha.
Should you break the terms of this agreement, your soul comes to me. When you do eventually die, which I assure you will be soon. 3. You will bring the completed staff back for me to see, and may perform a small task with it to advance my interest.
We don't need this. We'll find the Pillar of Skulls on our own. Am I right? I'll look at the others.
Well,
We're not signing our souls to you.
no,
We are not
no.
doing that.
I honestly don't even want your skulls. It's just insurance. I don't want you to die here in Avernus, but if you do, then I've lost my access to this beautiful artifact.
I'm going to look at the others. Let's get out of here. We don't need this. This is not... We are not doing this.
DM, real quick question, because you started to do what... Quick question, because you started to gag in the middle of one of your clauses.
It's involuntary at this point.
So, did he say if we died at all, eventually when we died, our soul comes to him, or just if we die in Avernus?
If you die in Avernus,
Okay.
your souls come to him. If you break this contract, then whenever you do die, your soul comes to him. So if you don't bring the staff back for him to look at, which is all that he wants, he said.
And what if it's beyond our control? What if Tragar has destroyed or lost a piece?
That would be something for you to negotiate with him.
I'm just going to go wait outside. I can't take this anymore.
Yeah.
I'm going to angrily punch the table because I'm angry, and I'm going to walk out.
So as you attempt to walk out, it's obvious that you may be called a guest, but you are not really being allowed to leave unless you want to escalate the situation.
Heinrich is Odos, like Odos. I understand your concern, but there's no reason we shouldn't keep up.
You are very quiet again. Why did that happen?
I don't know.
Act louder.
Odos, you must sit down. I understand your reservations, but we don't have a choice, and we're not going to break a contract. He'll eye the other two at the table.
Lord Bullbeyot, I would like to make an addendum to the contract.
Oh, I love a complicated bargain.
We have no control over what Tragar Hax has done with the staff pieces between then and now. We have no control over what Tragar Hax will do when we approach him, or if he's even on this plane still. We cannot be held to the terms of our souls if we have no control over retrieving the pieces.
I will go as far as to say, if the other pieces of the staff have been destroyed by him, or if it has left Avernus, then the contract has left Avernus, taken by him, then the terms are broken.
Damn it.
Screw you, Shane. Damn it. Okay, so we just gotta... Okay, never mind. You know what? Those terms would be acceptable. If the contract is completely void, should he destroy the pieces or abscond with them, and that means we keep our souls and we are no longer beholden to you. Is that correct? Do I need to use persuasion or something? You're thinking very hard.
I'm thinking. I'm in character, and I'm trying to figure out what loophole you've just decided you've found.
Who says I found a loophole? I am an honest person.
Well, I will agree to that, because I will have an agent with you. My greatest orthon will attend you, and he will make sure that you are honoring the bargain.
I guarantee that I will not throw those staff pieces into lava. It's a joke, Lord Bullbeyot. It's a joke.
Contracts are very serious business.
Oh my goodness gracious. Everything here is very serious. It's quite...
Well, tormenting the innocent is great fun. And I will take that as the second prize. I will torment you gleefully should you fall here in Avernus, or should you break the bargain.
Can I add something else?
I don't know. I'm feeling quite at the end of my magnanimity.
Oh, this isn't magnanimous. This would benefit you.
Yes, I'm sure my interests are close to your heart.
Your lunch certainly is. Anyway, when we kill Tragar Hax, you can have his soul as part of the payment.
Oh, he would have to agree to that, unfortunately.
Oh, really?
One may not simply claim
he's a
a
jerk
soul.
anyway.
Oh, how wonderful existence would be if we could simply claim the souls we want.
Answering a real quick question from the chat. Answering a real quick question from Abigator. No, devils, when they make a contract, they can't lie. That's how it works. I'm just answering a chat question. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I can add to this contract. I'm going to look at Heinrich and Odos and Lux and ask them, with my eyes, my question.
Shall we sign the contract? And as
Actually,
he opens
Lord
his fat
Bullbeyot,
hand, a parchment appears and rolls out.
The contract states that we will return with the staff and show it to you, but I would like it to make sure to say that we do not give it to you.
That's fine. I merely want to bask in its radiant power.
And if you break the contract...
I cannot. I cannot. Oh, the agony that would befall me. No. I am powerless. Should you craft a contract, even with the great Asmodeus, he would be bound by the letter of his contract as well, and we have no choice.
So we will not give the staff to you. The staff cannot be used to harm us in any way. And once we have shown it to you, we have safe passage out of Avernus.
Yes, I can do that, yes.
I want it written.
Of course. And you see fiery tendrils dancing across the page. All that remains is the signature. Will you all sign?
I signed the last one. It's not my turn.
Heinrich will sign.
In blood, of course. So you'll have to cut yourself and sign with your own blood.
He will do so. Take out a small dagger and...
He seems to be spasming in some sort of pleasure.
Nothing is better than a good binding contract. Next, please.
Oh, I thought there was only one person had to say.
No. All of this for just one soul? That would free all of you to violate the terms of the contract in their place. Oh, this is not my first contract.
I am not signing this.
Is that so?
Yeah, that's so.
Well, what about the rest of you?
They're not either.
I can deal with him afterwards. Who wishes to have passage to find this dread artifact?
I'm going to kind of take Odos aside for a second and say, we really don't have a choice, bud. We don't.
One is enough.
I was hoping that Rickster would pull us out of here before now, but obviously he's buggered off.
No Deus Ex Machina for you today.
One is enough.
He has a point.
One is too many.
Yes, I agree. Lord Bullbeyot, we value our companions far too much to ever sacrifice one of them for a contract such as this.
Oh, please understand. I am not greedy. I seek only assurance, not your souls.
That's quite funny because you've written them in the contract.
Oh, yes, and that is assurance. If Heinrich, he reads your name scrawled in blood, if Heinrich signs this contract, he is bound by it, but the rest of you are not. The rest of you can do as you will.
No, we are bound to Heinrich.
Oh, that's beautiful.
It works a little bit differently where we're from.
Hell
Heinrich would
is
try to
full of
continue-
nobles.
Heinrich would try to continue persuading them, like, if you have anything that can search my mind in my life, I have always lived with honor. I should have never been in this place. I believe it would have been a prize if I have to stay here.
He would have the best soul out of all of us, to be honest. Complete fairness.
I will compromise. Such is the heart of any good bargain. I'll take 2.
I'm gonna look at Brelinda, and I'm gonna look at Lux, and then I'm gonna sign it.
Oh, shit. Sneaky.
Nice. And should this contract be broken by your friends, then it would still be binding to you. Meaning, should the staff be recovered, should your name, please? Looks at Kelly. Brilliant.
Brelinda.
Should she take the staff and flee Avernus without fulfilling the contractual bonds that apply to you, then you pay the price.
Like, we understand that. I expected nothing different.
And the little line of print, that addendum, appears, and he says,
I am now ready to sign. Any other
But they
addendums?
they signed before the addendum, that's not...
Well, I need not sign then, should the addendum not be appealing to you.
What was the addendum again that you just added?
that should your friends break the agreement, your soul would be forfeit. So basically, if Lux and Brelind ran with the staff, then Heinrich and Odos would belong to Bullbeyot.
Okay.
While that's
That's
happening,
fine.
Heinrich
That's
would
fine.
put his hand on Odos' shoulder and give him a smiling nod of appreciation and respect.
Yes.
I will say to him, endure. In enduring, grow strong. and I'll give him the predator hand thing. And
Oh,
our
yeah.
muscles like bam.
He'll need it.
He wipes a smear of green, thick fluid across the bottom. It looks like someone has blown their nose on the bottom of the contract and then wiped it away.
It is done.
And he goes like this, and the parchment parts into 2 identical sheets, both of which roll up. He grasps one from the air.
You may have a copy for yourselves. Now, Moriet! Moriet!
And you hear this massive creature slowly lumbers up beside him. His face appears to be skeletal, but not human, almost like a dog-like skeletal face, a long snout with jaws. He has massive curving horns that may or may not be part of his skull. It could be a helmet, but the important part is that he's about 12 feet tall, massively broad across the chest, and strapped to his side is a club. The club appears to be shot through with teeth, some of them fangs, some of them shards of broken tooth. You can tell that if he struck somebody with this massive instrument of pain and suffering, that it would be a brutal blow. And when the creature comes to a stop, he goes, and Bullbeyot said,
Yes, Moriet. You will take them to the Pillar of Skulls, and then continue the quest to find what it is they seek, and you will deliver them back here to me, according to the contract, which you may reference at your leisure, please.
And the creature says, and that's it.
Now, one thing about the Pillar of Skulls. Their advice comes at a price. You will need to offer it a living soul. Perhaps one of you, or sometimes, if you are watchful, you might see a living soul fall from the sky. These are typically the remnants of a failed bargain or an improperly struck contract. Perhaps you could find one and offer it. Otherwise, you will need to offer one of your company. But
Unless
their
of course,
intelligence will be invaluable.
What did you say, Breland?
if we find him on our own, we won't.
Should you stumble upon him on the way, then yes, it would be unnecessary to consult the Pillar of Skulls. I think it's time for you to go. This has been scintillating conversation. It's been the most interesting dinner I've had in a long time. Orthon, where rages the battle? Orthon says, Moriet says, and Irinye steps in and says, My lord, I have listened. You are right. The battle rages between us and the pillar. Oh, damn war! Well, Moriet, do you know how to get around it? Perhaps under it? Well, there you go. Please stay with Moriet. He will make sure that you don't wander into a battlefield. I think you'll have to take the subterranean paths, and I cannot promise your safety. Obviously, this is a treacherous place. It is Avernus. But he will take you by the least dangerous path available.
Anything else that I might be able to do?
Actually, yes. Can you answer me a question?
Maybe I perhaps could.
Depends
did
upon
you
the
get this-
question.
How did you get this over the lake with the chain? I've always wondered.
I fear I do not know.
Well, that's no fun.
Most things in hell date back beyond time. I have been maturing for thousands of years, and this has always been.
Oh well.
Certainly smells like he's been maturing for thousands of years.
Oh god, that was funny. Nothing. She said nothing. Let's go.
Well, I send you away with my blessings, my good wishes, one of my most dedicated servants, and a meal for the road, please. And he claps, and a couple of imps scamper down and begin taking the meal, and like they hop down off the table and they start dragging the entrails across the floor. They will prepare it for you in a pack to take with you.
Is Mullion, is he okay if we, have to take a rest? Obviously, we are not quite as strong as you all. We do have to rest.
He will stand sentry for you. Moriet needs no rest.
Okay.
He is eternally restless. And when this delicacy runs out, should your quest take some time, please look for a bright red fungus underneath rocks near the impact sites of the motes of flame that fall from the sky. As I understand, it is uninteresting, but entirely edible. We call it fire fungus.
All right, I think it's high time we get out of here. Thank you so much. And I'm going to head towards the stairs.
All right, yeah.
Farewell!
Oh, DM, does this count as any kind of short rest? Do we get anything back?
Sure. So as you move to the stairs, Breland, the Irinyes and these little spiky devils part and give you room to pass. But you do hear, as soon as you start walking, this guy is following. He is monolithic. He's terrifying.
As I walk by this Irinyes, I'm just gonna be like, high five, Jez. Put my hand up. See if she gives me a high five.
She looks at you coldly and says, I look forward to the arrival of your friends' souls here in the keep.
Oh, come now. Don't be such a bitch. And then I'm just going to keep walking down the stairs.
And
I'm going to make a motion at her for saying that.
Waffle House in Hell. That's awesome. Awesome.
Well, yeah, Heinrich will stand up still with some decorum and be like, we thank you for your forbearance. And then head off.
I anticipate our next reunion. And then he goes and completely blows chunks. And the imps scamper around. So as you continue to go down the stairs, you do hear and bounding down the stairs are two imps shouldering a pack between them. You can see wet stains have already soaked through. But apparently this is your traveling rations, and they offer it up to you like,
Heinrich will put it in the bag.
Yes. So the act of leaving this fortress is strangely similar to arriving. You see lined up on either side are Irinyes and these bat-like spiny creatures. You do see several more of these gaunt, tall figures draped in bloody and rusted chains slowly sway to and fro. There are hundreds of devils watching your departure. And as you walk out the gate and across this narrow drawbridge, the heat of the cauldron of lava beneath you radiates up, but you can still see wavering almost mirage-like in the sky, these araignées and spined devils circling and circling. And once you get across, you hear... And as you look up at Moriet, he points, and he seems to be recommending that you take a path that goes around the cauldron.
Okay.
Well, we'll follow where he points because he knows where he's going.
All right, so let me do a quick roll. You want low.
Uh-oh.
Come on.
Oh my god.
So high.
So high. So the journey for the rest of your day goes pretty uneventfully. And eventually you're about... Yeah, go ahead.
While we're walking, I wanted to tell them
Yeah.
I read its mind.
Mm-hmm.
It wants to eat Heinrich's head.
I mean, haven't we all at some point?
He's not the first, nor the
And-
first to try.
What?
It's always looking for ways to fight its rivals along the Styx.
Mm-hmm.
It was thinking about trying to use us to do that in some way.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And what else? Did you get anything else?
No, that was all that I got. Didn't last very long.
Heinrich would be like, "That's good enough. I appreciate you looking, and thank you for signing the contract." And then he would turn to Lux and be like, "Lux, that was impressive. Trying to stay behind. I respect it, and I thank you."
Not that it did us much good. But we found ourselves here kind of by accident. I don't really know how this all happened, but here we are, the four of us. And now, well, now our souls depend on the things that we do. It seems I just left one hell for another, quite literally. And she'll look at Heinrich and Odo, say, I know I haven't been a friend to either of you, and I know I said I didn't want to be. But whatever happens, I will not let that thing have your souls. I swear it.
Heinrich
She'll
will hug her.
pull her hood up. She'll just
paternally.
Yeah, I'll just go like really stiff, like
Like,
and then just
geez,
walk
Dad.
away.
Come on.
God, Dad, in front of my friends.
Yeah. Berlinda's just going to be kind of trailing behind the group because she's not feeling so good about the situation she got people into.
So, as you travel, you do see many different sights. There are the ever-present, hurtling, flaming boulders that smash with tremendous concussive force into cliffs, splashing into massive rivers of lava. You have to pass gingerly through a blasted plain that seems to be shot through with multiple streams that weave together, send out different tendrils. So it's almost like going through a web of river. This isn't lava. It appears to be the water appears to be very thick, foamy red. And as the waters bounce through these various courses, sometimes you would swear that you can see faces almost emerge in them. Sometimes when they splash against a rock, you hear a brief but all through it, the orthon Moriet just goes just grimly marching forward. And eventually you start to wind up and then down into a very narrow course. There you see, as you go down a cliffside, you come alongside a river of lava, massive course, a torrent of lava. It splashes and roils, sends up big blobs of it, perilously close to you. It would be too treacherous to tread this close to lava if it weren't probably about 30 to 40 feet down in a massive chasm. So you are walking on a fairly narrow path alongside it. And he points. And in the distance, you can see what can only be a battle. On a vast, flat plain, you can see teeming hordes smashing together. The sky is filled with pinwheels of bat-like wings smashing into one another, explosions of fire, and then falling, spiraling down, blasting bodies in every direction as they land. You can hear the clash of swords and the screech of either fury or agony. Heinrich has seen battles, like actual armies clashing kinds of battles. I'm not sure that the others of you had. Perhaps Odos has as well. Lux and, of course, Berlin have seen a lot of combat, but not military engagements. But for Heinrich and Odos, it breaks the mind, the scale of this. You've seen battles of thousands of people. This has to be hundreds of thousands or more. And you can understand why the path through that is impassable. But he points down to a narrow bridge, and flying overhead, you see a number of winged Erinyes heading towards the battle. They've got their arms tucked behind them, and they're in kind of a battle approach. And he starts to cross this narrow bridge. Let me bring that up for you, shall I? Here we go. Now, there we are. Let me make that the proper size so we can all see it. There we go. Come on.
Are we going to end up in some 300 situation here?
Dying on
the hot gates
for lava would be incredible. I would take it.
Dying in hot lava? Is that what you said?
Just fighting on a bridge against demons and devils is pretty epic. I would take that.
I'm sure that's not going to happen. So let's everybody can load your tokens in. Moriet is in the lead.
Oops.
So again, Erinyes and then a bunch of these spine devils almost dive bombing, heading out towards the battle. And then up above, you can see, there are some other winged creatures flying in your direction. They clash. A couple of Erinyes spiral down and land in the lava. And at that point, some sort of massive, brutish, almost hog-like creature with wings that are entirely too small for its massive frame, falls from the sky, having smashed into these Erinyes, and lands on its ass with a big whoo. And where is he? Right there. He lands directly behind you. And then there's some sort of creature screeching, and another demon appears. Another creature appears and swings wide over the bridge, swings over you, spirals around this one creature that's now fatly lumbering to a standing position, and it jets off this direction. And this creature looks at all of you, and you hear, woof! And as you look back over this way, Moriet has his club out and raised and says, He kind of trumpets almost like an elephant and raises his club. And we're just going to roll from some initiative up in here. Yeah, he's already got it. Sean's already got the initiative going.
I knew it was coming.
Yeah, all right. So here we go. First, while you guys are rolling initiative, I got to put on some battle music up in here. There we go.
Okay, guys, can someone legit teach me how to do this? Because this has been like too many games not
On
having
your
any
sheet,
clue.
above current hit points, there's 3 boxes: armor class, initiative, and speed. You just click on
Yeah.
them.
So I've clicked on the word initiative
Yeah,
and then rolled it.
it did.
It just says that it doesn't send my result to the turn tracker.
Oh.
So that's my issue.
To send your results to
Interesting.
the actual tracker, I've been actually talking for a minute now, and I was muted. But
Of course.
if you click on your character icon on the map,
Yeah.
and then up on by the arrow, you'll just see, like on the left-hand side at the top, you'll just see the word initiative.
Oh.
Click that, yeah, and it'll add you automatically to the turn.
There isn't anything that says
Click on your-
initiative.
Click on your icon, like left-click on your icon,
Uh-huh.
and then up by the arrow on the top left, that little toolbar,
Uh-huh.
there should be a word initiative.
Uh-uh.
Okay, well,
We'll
then
find it after.
I have no clue.
Guys, before the next game, we are fixing this.
All right, so I will roll you in. That's fine. So what is
I rolled a 22.
a 22?
I also
Yeah,
rolled
sure you
22.
did.
I'm not in there either.
Yeah, you're there with a 9. Why are you not in there?
No,
All right.
wrong. Other Sean. I got
Yeah,
22
wrong
on
Sean.
initiative there.
All right. So let me add you then. Where are you? There you go. Add turn, and you got a 22 as well? Sure you did. There we go. All right. There we are. So, Heinrich, with this massive hog-like creature behind you, raising its claws, it's got massive curved tusks coming out of its undershot jaw. You, feeling the sting of the heat flying up from below, are ready.
Okay, well, I'm going to run up and attack him, of course, just with a yell. Ah!
All right, let's put the... There we go. So 2 hacks at both...
That first one wasn't true. That was a
lie?
sort of. Yep. So the second one.
So it's just the second one, the 13?
Yes, for that first attack.
Okay. Yeah, a 13. Let's see whether a 13 hits. A 13 does not hit. So it smacks against his jiggling belly, but it doesn't pierce his leathery hide. That one, you just use the first blow to cock for the second one, and this one does trace a black line across his hide.
With that, I'm going to use that divine favor from last time where I add a d20 to the damage roll. Did I?
Oh, wow.
Did I write
Yeah.
that down right?
Yeah. You can do that. Sweet. Let me close my Emerald's Guide to Devils over here.
No.
Solid 2 more damage.
Nice! You know what? Because divine favor is an expression of the love of the viewers, I'm going to let you re-roll that bad boy. But only once.
We are not worthy. No! Stop!
It is
can't be
meant
happening.
to be. It is meant to be. It is the will of the gods. All right, so that means it's a total of how much? Total of 13, 14, 16.
It
right?
would be, let's see, it would actually just be 9, I think, because that second roll is the d10.
Gotcha. Okay. There we go. There we go. A massive first strike. Lux, always nimble and ready for action, may go next.
Okay, well, I think we all know what's coming.
Oh no.
So I'm gonna
The typical OP attack.
unsheath my scimitar as I start running nimbly across the bridge in my cloak of displacement, all darkness and shadow, and go for a. I would like to cut this guy's belly open.
It is
as
a
I
broad
did
target.
previously. Yes,
That's true.
I'm
That's
recalling
true.
my victory in the fighting pits and thinking about that. So here we go.
All right. Come on, drumroll. Yes.
17.
It hits. It hits. So once again,
Okay.
you trace a black line down his stomach. It doesn't pierce past his fat layer. You actually see his skin fold open, and you see those grotesque yellow globules of fat. But you haven't reached his muscle yet. So that's 12,
Yet.
and I assume you've got your sneak attack.
Yeah.
Give me the total
Plus
here.
16.
It's just broken. 12 minus 12 minus 16. There we go.
Goodness.
All right. Fierce. Anything else you're going to do? Any moves? Anything like that?
I'll. I'm just gonna sort of disengage as a bonus action and just kind of step away so I'm not in his immediate vicinity.
I should let you guys know that this and this are massive, sort of tooth-like ornamentations. They're like huge fangs of rock. I just want to let you know that they're not just art, they are actual things that could potentially provide cover. As well, at the other end of the ramp, there are two massive skulls, obviously decorative, but they're huge. Stone, another potential source of cover. Not that I'm suggesting cover, I just wanted you to understand your environment. Next, this creature goes and beats his jiggling breasts and lunges towards Heinrich. He is going to actually So he is going to, he goes, and then goes, and then some strange multicolored mist. Don't think rainbow, because that's cute. Think like rotting fruit, overripe apples, rotten tomatoes, just sickly oversaturated colors swirl in the air all around him and waft over all of you. Just weaving in amongst you. It's hypnotic. So everyone needs to do a DC 15 wisdom save. Fail. Success.
I'm going to use another use of that indomitable.
Okay. Lux looks terrified.
I'm gonna use my divine favor for my
Oh, sweet. Right on. Oh, wow. So now everyone has saved.
Oh my goodness.
Is that right?
I
that
have
was
to
my
roll it,
indomitable.
right?
Yeah, everybody saves. So as this noxious, oversaturated swirl of color wraps around you, caressing you in a very inappropriate feeling manner, all of you feel this surge of terror in your guts, and you can feel your heart pounding. You start to breathe in a panicked way. You look around to where you might run, and in the force of will, you steady yourselves and stand your ground to the last. And
Shane, I lied to you. I can't do that at this level, so my first one stands. I am, in fact...
you are, in fact, terrified. So you are frightened, and I'll just bring this up here.
Can't move closer, and I got disadvantage.
Yeah, I'm just going to bring it up for reference for everybody. Yeah, you have disadvantage on all ability checks and attack rolls, and you cannot willingly move closer. Not that you could get much closer, you're right up on him. And so that will happen through, how long is that? for 1 minute, but you can repeat your saving throw at the end of each of your turns. So you'll still get your action, but you can repeat your saving throw. All right. Next, this creature here, caws. Let me put this back in chat. And swoops down, strafing at Odos. Where is that character sheet? So many character sheets open. All right, so it's going to... It slaps at you with both of its talons. Oh, good grief. It hits twice, right?
I think I'm going to use shield as a reaction. That'll give me a +5 to my AC. So I can actually I put it on my sheet so I can show you.
For one of those attacks, I assume.
Let's see.
Yeah, it'll last till your whole turn.
Yeah, there you go.
So that should save me, I think.
Does that save you from both?
My AC is actually an 18, not
18.
a 17. This doesn't factor in my Gets There Eye bonus +1.
23,
so
yeah.
I should have a 23, so I think I should be safe.
Yes. So both of the talon attacks, you're able to magically deflect. He's also going to make, because he's still moving. Where is that? He's still moving, and as he flies past Brelind, he's going to nip at her with his beak with a 24.
That hits.
So you will take 10 points of damage as he scrapes the skin off the back of your neck, and he continues swirling around. Because he is airborne, you don't get any opportunity attacks against him, unfortunately. He's just strafing you. But Brelind, injured and now pissed off.
Quick point. Buddy there is not on the initiative roll. Is he not fighting?
Oh, Buddy needs to get on the initiative roll. So I will add him to the end.
Okay.
So
Okay.
let me add him right now.
First thing that Bree is going to do is kind of step back over here, get a little bit out of the range of that guy. I'm going to take an attack with my short bow. 15 to hit.
To hit whom? To the fat
The
guy?
fat guy. Yeah.
Your arrow smacks him right below the breast and pings off.
All right. So I'm going to look rather frustrated, but I am going to inspire Odos first. So it is, there you see her standing the way she don't got to say, but there's something about her, and you don't know why, but you're dying to try go on and kiss the rogue.
Oh, that's. I
fantastic.
give you a side glance.
Hey, somebody in chat, let me know if the music is too loud. I've been listening to a lot of our streams, and I'm trying to adjust the balance, but it doesn't appear to sound on the stream like it does in my ears. So we have got a, you've inspired whom? You've inspired Lux.
Odos. I've inspired Odos.
Odos.
I have told him to go kiss Lux.
There you go. All right, so you have the benefit of that now. Anything else you're going to do?
No, that's it for right now.
Okay. So next is Odos.
Okay, so I can run up to 50 feet, everybody. So I'm going to run around this big thing, and I'll pass right by Lux and kind of just slow motion give her a glance, and then keep going.
Oh, come on.
Around over to here. All right, and I'm going to attack the big guy, and I'm going to try to look like an appealing target to the Vrock over there, too. All right, so I'll do a couple... did we get a long rest, or no? We just got a short rest?
You just got a short rest. Oh, wish you'd gotten a long rest, huh? Yikes.
I don't have a lot of key points left, but I can use my really... it's worth it to try my cheesy stunning strike one time, I think, so. All right, 2 fist attacks. Here we go. 25.
Wow. Yeah, that one hits.
Okay, so 7 damage.
Okay.
And I'm going to do a stunning strike. So he's got to make a saving throw.
Oh, that damn stunning strike. The bane of
Constitution
DMs
save.
everywhere. All right, so here comes your con save. Oh, crushingly saved. So you smack it. You see actually almost like Matrix style, a slow motion, like impact in his waves of fat, going out like waves in a pond. And he goes, but doesn't appear to be debilitated.
All right, second punch. That's a 9. I think that misses.
Yeah, your second punch, he just bats it aside with this massive claw.
All right, then that is it for the monk, and I will be tipsy swaying.
So, holding this terrifying club up over his head, you hear this strange elephant-like cry, and he charges at him. Where is his character sheet? Come on, Moriet. There he is. So he's going to swing twice with his massive club. Oh, 2 crushing blows. And each one of them, like as he swings from side to side, just imagine the ripply fat as he takes these impacts. He staggers back a little bit. All right, next is Heinrich again.
Okay, I'm going to use one of my maneuvers as a feinting attack, so use a bonus action to get advantage, which I'm just trying to cancel out the disadvantage on my first.
I get it. 22. Yeah, 22 hits. Whoosh.
Oh, actually, I guess that does that again. So, and I add another D10.
Oh, wow, right on. Oh, wow. There you go. So you're hitting again? What was that one? That's your second swing?
That's my disadvantage roll.
Oh, your disadvantage roll. Wow. So that hits. Good grief. Wow.
All right.
Despite, like, you can hardly grip your sword. Your eyes are huge in your head. You've been in countless battles, but this thing is somehow terrifying, and maybe it's just the fight or flight that makes both of your blows scrape red lines down its body.
And he's just almost blindly hitting out of pure fear
Just
and
pedaling
terror.
back. All right, so what's the total on that? It's 20. Okay, there we go. All right, next, Lux.
Unmute myself? Okay, so
Yes, unmute, please. We want to hear
looking
you.
at the what's happening directly in front of Lux with the chubby dude being attacked by Heinrich and the really massive guy, I'm going to turn my attention to the flying beastie.
Mm-hmm.
And I shall cast Shatter directly on him. Which is, let me just do that. I will cast it second level.
All right.
Okay,
So you hear this sort of ringing, and you see the air distort around the creature. He's trying to execute a really tight turn, and this obviously buffets him. Let's, come on. Too many open character sheets. All right, so a Constitution save. He spins in the air and shrieks, his tight turn turning out not to be very tight. And that's 13. Nice. All right.
And but I didn't knock him out of the air though. Still
You did not.
Still airborne.
Yes. Well, let me put Shatter in chat if you can, or I can just pull it up if that's easier.
No, it's okay. I can do that. I think I can anyway, without just casting it again.
I beat you.
Oh, did you? Okay, never mind that.
Yeah, it just takes damage, but it doesn't say anything about knocking prone. So
Damn.
we'll allow him to remain in flight. And
Okay.
that's it for you?
Yeah, that will be it.
So this massive creature, what? I didn't mean to do that, now splits his attention between Heinrich and Moriet. He lashes out with claw twice at Heinrich. Good grief. 1 crit.
Okay.
So
I'm going to use one maneuver to just lower that by D10 damage.
Okay, so the first claw digs into you and rakes across. So that would be 30 points of damage, which you're going to lower by a D10, lower by 8. So that includes the crit. And then the second claw, you're so spun around by the first claw that the second one swipes at your back and misses. And the energy of that swipe carries this fat creature towards Moriet, and he leans in and bites. That hit. Now his fat tusks scrape against Moriet's thick black plate ineffectually. And then this creature executes the tightest turn that it can, and again strafes Breland. The first one misses. The second claw digs in. So that would be, good grief, 28 points
Jane,
of damage. Yes.
Can I use cutting words to reduce that?
I don't know what cutting words is. Tell me.
I have to find it. I bet you Sean M knows, but I'm going to.
Yeah, if either of you DMs know and want to throw it in, otherwise I'll pull it up.
Cutting words? No, I don't know.
Cutting words within a creature that makes an attack roll. You can use your reaction to expend 1 use of bardic inspiration, rolling an inspiration die and subtracting the number from the creature's roll.
Yep.
Yeah, that sounds right. That's great. All right.
So I will roll my d10 to take that down just a little bit.
Please roll well.
Oh. All right.
Fair
so
at best.
What did you say? How many points that was?
That was, what did I say? 28. So that goes down to 24. Whew. Everyone is looking very grim. He continues his strafing run, snapping at Moriet with his beak. Again, ting! It just clanks futilely off his armor, and the beast continues to, whoops, not him, continues to strafe on by. All right, next is Breland. Wounded and battered.
First thing I have to do is I have to heal myself a little bit, because that was a nasty, nasty hit. So I will do Cure Wounds on myself, just level 1 right now. 5. It's better than nothing.
It is precisely better than nothing.
Very funny. And I guess I will inspire Heinrich, because, I mean, yeah, I can inspire Heinrich, even though he's under fear, right? It's fine?
Yeah.
All right. Oceans rise, empires fall, and when push comes to shove, I will sing you all 1,000 insults to remind you of my love.
That was so beautiful that you have to sing it again because you cut out for half of it.
Oh, God. Again? Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oceans rise, empires fall. We have seen each other through it all. And when push comes to shove, I will sing you all 1,000 insults to remind you of my love. Da, 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 da.
Oh my gosh. I love
He's
this
definitely
game.
feeling inspired.
Yeah, he is full like wow inspired. Right on. All right. So that's the end for you, is that? All right. Then Odos. Bereft of key points.
All right. Well, I have a few left. I just feel weird about spending them now.
Now's a great time to spend them, I think.
This big guy, how hurt does he look?
He doesn't appear to be super hurt.
All right.
And the bird
This-
seems to be absolutely unharmed. Oh, no. He's still a little bit wavy after that shatter.
Okay, hit the second
Yes,
time.
you did. You did.
So I did 7 damage, and
Uh-huh.
I'll have him make another con save against the stunning strike.
Ah, yes. 7. There we go. Oh, he appears to be... He's definitely in battle. Yes. All right, so with the con save here, ignore the initiative roll.
Stunned.
He, as bulbous as he is, he appears to go concave against the force of Odos' blow, and his eyes bug from his head.
Nice.
So remind me, how long is he out until after your next turn?
The end of my next turn, yeah.
End of your next turn.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's going to give you a very needed breather. And of course, Moriet uses this opportunity to smash twice with his club.
Oh, I wanted to move real quick.
Okay, yeah,
Try-
sorry, my
try
bad.
to get the attention of the Vrock, see if I can get it to swoop down and attack me. So I'll just...
You're going to go and wave at the Vrock.
Yeah, just... I don't know. You... I have to insult
You're
it,
coming
right?
up with a taunt.
Mm,
Now, you're going
Know
to sing
that-
it?
no. Know that your arms are shrimpy. And I'm going to look at Lux like, pretty good. Pretty good.
Oh, I love this budding romance. Yeah, and actually his arms are a little T-Rexy. Just a little bit of impotent claws. So that's a very pointed remark, and it probably recalls to his mind childhood trauma. So very good.
I'm going to look at Brie Linda. Shrimpy.
And your attempts at gaining favor from the females in your party are interrupted by as huge, crushing club blows rake down this completely immobilized creature, leaving huge clawed tooth marks down his body twice. These were crushing blows, and it's clear that this creature is hurt. All right, and next, Heinrich.
Question to the most handsome DM. I forgot that wisdom save at the end of my last turn. Can I roll it at the beginning here?
Yes. You don't feel that wise. You have felt substantially wiser on other days.
I'm going to do another feint to get a normal.
Okay.
Get a normal attack.
He's
on the
stunned.
first
He's stunned, so you have advantage. Right?
That's true. That's true.
Oh, right.
one. Okay.
That's why we
I'm
got that
gonna do
strike.
that in action surge, so I'm just gonna make 4 attacks.
Oh wow, we're just gonna spam attack him.
Gee.
I'm gonna look up how action surge works, not because I doubt you, but just to know. There we go.
So you're gonna take that second action.
Yeah, that makes sense. So there we go. So what have you hit?
If a
Oh my gosh,
17
you
got
hit.
it, then
You hit every time. Woo!
Oh my good god.
Yeah, let's add up that damage. 14, 26, 30. Good grief. All right. Yeah, so with a flurry of blows, despite your absolute panic, perhaps it's sharpened your mind because you have yet to miss as you just wail in a torrent of lashes. Good grief, man. Lux, what are you going to do to top that?
Stay alive.
Yeah, don't die.
No, exactly. Dash forward.
Real quick, I'm going to make that other wisdom save.
Oh, yes.
Oh, yeah. Right. Good
Let's
point.
be wise.
Yes!
Your prowess with your long sword seems to inspire the fear out of you.
Okay. So
Yes,
while
I like what
he's
Dice
being,
Camera Fan said. The old warrior overcomes his PTSD in a frenzy. Well said, sir.
Whilst Heinrich is keeping his attention the front, Lux will dash round the back and head for the kidneys, using her scimitar. 12.
You hit him, but his hide is so thick, you fail to pierce it.
Oh my goodness. I rolled a 2, by the way, so 12 was pretty damn
That's intense.
Damn it. In which case, I'll forward roll, of course, and
Glancing
hide
over at
behind
Odos.
this pillar. No, not this time. God.
Was it a good forward roll? I mean, what are we looking
Oh,
at?
it
here?
was excellent. Okay.
So now this hog-like, large-breasted
I didn't roll it, so-
demon with wings so small they're almost prehensile continues to go and cannot act. But this bird-like creature...
Oh, wait.
Yeah?
That's a good point. Didn't I have advantage against him?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's true.
Is it too late?
What would that have been? Where is that? Oh, you just need to roll again. Yeah, we'll
I would just
rewind.
need to roll. Aw, thank
Because nothing
you.
else has happened yet.
I need to remember this stuff.
Yeah, because the DM
well,
does.
there we go.
A 2
Um,
and a 1. Sometimes things are just meant to be.
Yeah, so I'm over here now. I'm just gonna go over the...
You're right on the
Alright.
edge of the cliff.
I'm hiding behind this pillar.
Oh, okay.
Like here.
So, this creature swings by. It's going to attack the...
Oh. He wasn't insulted?
Not enough, apparently. Actually, honestly, I didn't see you there. And you're closer. So he's going to swing right over the
Alright.
top of each of you. Clawing at each of you. This first one at Odos. The second one at Moriet. Oh. Both of you. Ting, ting. But Moriet also gets a beak attack. Moriet is apparently impregnable, that's better. Impregnable, and the creature flies on by, screeching its displeasure.
Alright, so, let's see. When a creature... Alright, so I'm going to burn a key point, finally use my tipsy sway. When a creature misses me, I spend a reaction, and I cause that attack to hit a creature within 5 feet of me, which would be the stunned creature.
Nice. All right, so I'm going to... so that's going to be 14 for the stunned creature. So that talon is coming at you, and you just deflect it, and it scrapes across the grotesque booby of this creature as the bird-like being flies on by. All right. Ooh, that's grim.
I'm going to look... I
He's
wanna
in
see if
grim
anybody-
shape.
Did any of my allies see that?
Some may have, in
Heinrich
fact,
did.
seen them. Yeah, this guy's
Heinrich's on.
in grim shape. Berlin,
Okay, am I on?
you are on.
Okay. All right. So to the eternal chagrin of my poor husband who has to hear all these, I am going to now.
Sorry, we enjoy them.
I'm going to now viciously mock the fat guy, and on top of the whatever I roll for the vicious mockery, I am going to add my divine d20.
Oh wow! Right on.
Okay, so here we go. All right, now you are down and out in crap. And when I see how sad you are, it sort of makes me happy. Sorry, devil, bardic nature, nothing I can do. That's Schadenfreude, making me feel glad that I'm not you. So, D4.
I've never heard that word used in a song before.
I've never heard that word used out loud before.
Yeah.
It's from Avenue Q. You should go
Avenue
listen to
Q.
it.
It's an amazing.
Okay, so, okay, DM, here is my divine favor on top of my 2.
Okay.
Oh, not that much, but yeah.
All right, so that's your damage.
2, and then 8 is the divine favor extra dice.
What do I get to save against for that? Remind me, is that...
Vicious mockery is, I want to say wisdom.
Yeah, wisdom save. All
Yeah.
right. How wise is this creature? 16. Yeah. Oh! It's heaving and looks at you, and a look of sadness swells across its face, and then confusion, snouted and falls. The creature falls. Whoa.
Divine
Right.
favor.
He dead?
The big guy has fallen.
Whoa!
And
no.
rippling
I watched someone to death.
rippling waves cascade down his gelatinous body, and you hear the winged creature caw in fury. Odos.
That's my turn again. Okay.
Isn't it your turn? What?
Okay.
Oh yeah, you didn't. You did a reaction before.
Right. Okay. So these two teeth thing on the end of the bridge here.
Uh-huh.
How tall are they?
About 10 feet tall.
How high up is the rock?
I would say about 15.
Ahaha! Okay. So, I've got my boots of striding and springing. I can move 50 feet. So, if it's okay, I would like to go over, run up the thing. I can run up vertical surfaces. And then I want to jump like this way and spin kick this dude with my patented helicopter spin kick. If that's okay.
Yes. And I see wisely making sure that your token is placed not over the lava.
Yeah. Here we go.
Drum roll,
Like
please.
It's like slow motion, and there's like glowing motes of ash flying by. Okay, here we go. 14. 15.
Yes, your second.
Whoa.
The first one almost acts as a feint. He dodges, but then the other one.
Sean, you can add your bardic inspiration to that first
Yeah.
one. Oh.
So wait, what is that? What die is that?
D10.
Oh
Well,
my
you're
God.
going to
All
hit.
right.
A 15's a hit.
Oh, okay. All right.
So
cool.
there you go. Wow.
All right.
Wow. It's crazy that I'm the one doing the sound effects for your kicks.
Thank you. So that's 13 total.
Nice. All right. There we go. Minus 13. So it bobbles, wavers in the air. And can Moriet do anything? Yeah, he can. Moriet looks down at this fallen foe, then whips around and points his club at this creature. What does that do? There we go. Oh! The creature spins out of the way as this tongue of flame spurts from the end of... Yeah, I'm not going to go there. From the end of his club. There are certain times you can't say shaft. From the end of his club. And then falls down into the river of lava below. That's all he can do to an airborne opponent. Heinrich.
Okay, I have one javelin left. I didn't ask to get any more, so I'm gonna use that one.
Nice. You pluck him right in the attachment of his wing. Nice, very nice.
Question, is Odos still in midair?
That was a whopping... That would just be like a fraction of a second ago. Because this whole... Everyone attacking is 6 seconds. So yeah, I'd say he's still in midair.
Okay, then I'm going to use my commander strike to give him another attack.
Wow.
Nice. Do it!
So you're like, spin again. And I do.
I mean, yeah, he'd be
Just
like, hit
yells,
him again, Odos!
Keep spinning!
Hey! 25.
Wow.
6 more damage. Thank you.
And
Awesome.
you can add a d10 to that, to the damage.
Alright,
Good grief, folks. Woo!
Hey, alright. So 13
All right,
total.
13 on this guy. Wow. Minus 13. Okay, looks. Was there anything else for you, Heinrich? Didn't mean to rush on.
Oh no, that was all.
Okay.
Oh, I forgot.
Okay.
Is it okay if I do a forward roll when I land?
I think it is. I think that would be entirely appropriate, as you just intended a double kick, and it turned into a triple kick.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, flourishes are free.
Alright, and I'll make an acrobatics if that's okay.
Oh, sure.
See how awesome it is.
Oh my god.
14. It's pretty good.
It's-
I'll just happen to when I do the roll and I turn around, I just happen to be facing Lux. It just happens to.
So it is a beautiful roll, and you pop right up, but then it's kind of like those gymnasts when you see they stick it, but then they do that little hop. So it's just shy of perfect, but still really impressive.
Oh my good god. Okay. Lux is actually gonna crack a smile at this. Laugh a little bit and then pull out her hand crossbow and shoot at this guy with a big smile on her face. That's
15, yeah, you hit it.
Oh, phew.
Obviously inspired by the performance.
Naturally. 8 piercing, and because I have an ally close by, I can do a little something. Okay.
Think I'm not going to let that happen, just
'cause he's
because
in the air.
he fell down. So yeah, he's like 15 feet above, and you know we've just talked through Odos landing on the ground. So yeah, he doesn't have an adjacent opponent. So
Suppose that's acceptable.
a mere 8 points of damage. Still a solid hit. Brilliant. Oh no. It's his turn. And he's going to continue his arc, which will take him across Brillind for 2 Talon attacks again.
Oh, Shane!
1, no, they both hit, do they?
Ouch.
Yes.
Oh, dear God. That is 28 points of damage. Both claws rip into you, sort of pick you up a little bit and then drop you. How do you...
I don't want to look a gift horse in the mouth, but I haven't been swung at once.
You know, he wasn't this nice to me when it was my birthday week.
Oh,
I'm just telling you.
and then he is continuing his flyby attack, snapping at Moriet again. It's not just that Moriet has a high armor class. Nothing can roll well against him. So he has some sort of command over the dice. And that's it for him. Oh, yeah, Brillind is now going to touch herself again.
Apparently, but
Oh
you
my
haven't
goodness.
left me much of a choice there. That's not very nice of you, Shane. Okay. All right.
That's
12.
better than your last one.
Well, I did it at level 2. So,
Nice.
and I can't use my bonus action to take a bow strike, right? Shot.
No.
I didn't think so. All right, that's it for me then.
I think you can only do that with something that's like a short sword or a dagger, I believe.
Yeah.
There you go. Well, the nimble and theatrical Odos.
Is the rock? Is it flying still?
Yes.
How high up is it?
We're just gonna say we're gonna keep a constant 15.
Okay. So I should be able to run up this tooth thing again. And
It's a good thing for you I put those there.
yeah, thank you. All right, now I guess I'll just how about a punch? How about jump kick and then punch? Can I do that?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then land in the lava. Dramatic.
No.
Dramatic.
No. All right. So I jump through the air and I kick him. Ready? Fist. Oh, wow. 12. Then the follow-up punch as I'm flying by. You know, I hate to say this, but I'm 21, so I hit the second one.
Yes.
8 damage. Now, I hate to say this, but I think I provoke from him, right? Because if I'm jumping in the air and I get 15 feet up, and then I drop down 15.
Oh, that's a
probably
good
leaving
point.
this space.
That's a good point. You'd be a good DM to think of things like that. He's going to snap at you as you fall. Yeah.
Oh, hey, worked
His
out.
beak snaps in empty air as you like spinning dodge as you fall.
Okay.
Anything else?
Brelinda is right there, so I'm gonna try another insult. See if. So I'm gonna say to the rock. He's like a buzzard, right?
Yes. Kind of
No, my
like
character would-
a nightmare buzzard, yeah. No buzzards where you come from, huh?
I'm gonna say, "You smell like cheese," and then I'll look at Brelinda. Yes. 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 No.
Moriet does not acknowledge your insult. He is tracking his staff, his club, as the beast flies by and again flings flame from its tip, this time raking down the side of the creature who goes, "Ah!" What are his resistances here? No, doesn't help you, buddy. Yeah, so flames are licking at his feathers as he flies by. Nice. There we go. And Heinrich.
Okay, I am going to move over closer to Berlinda to try to take somewhat of a protective stance. And then I'm going to use another one of those commander strikes, but this time I'm going to yell to Lux, be like, "Lux, shoot it now!" And you can add a d10 to your damage if you hit.
So she can just jump ahead and do that, huh?
It's a reaction, so it is a reaction that you're spending.
Okay.
Drum roll.
Oh, for God's
No.
sake.
Phew. Just barely misses him, flying in the valley between its two wings.
Ah.
And Heinrich has nothing else to do, being ground-bound. That's it for you? All right. So then it is
That's
Lux again. Yeah.
All right, so I'm gonna try that shot again. Hopefully, not stuff it up this time. Come on, girl.
Drum roll. Oh
No,
my
for
god.
God's sake, no!
You just did it again.
Oh, this is not cool.
All
Alright. I'm not smiling anymore.
The smile has gone. Oh,
No.
it's his attack again. So he is going to... He's kind of in a swing right now, so he's going to attack Odos with a beak. Ugh, tang! You get pinched like all the way to the bone in your shoulder joint, and that does 10 points of damage. And then the creature is going to continue swinging wide and attack with 2 talons at
With
Lux.
disadvantage.
That's right. Man, talons. Yeah, both of them miss. You lucky phasing in and out devil. Good grief. Breland may not need to touch herself during this turn.
Okay, I'm actually getting really pissy. And
Now you're getting pissy.
yeah,
That started now?
Okay.
Okay.
I'm really confused because I have no idea how my vicious mockery became that powerful all of a sudden and just killed somebody. That confused me. Then this guy hit me, and so I'm getting really pissy. And since I've already seen that flames can in fact hurt him, I am going to try to do a flame strike at level 5.
Level 5.
Wow.
There we go.
And he's got to do DC 16 dexterity C.
Oh,
So he's saved, but
which he
he's
does.
He's still going to take, what is that? 15 points of damage,
Yeah.
because 30 and then half, so 15 points.
Oh my god, seriously?
Yeah.
So, this tongue of flame strikes down on it, but there's also a glowing, swirling light. Let me check. They don't have... Yeah, why would it have resistance to radiant? And it starts flapping, trying to get the flames out, but this time the flames continue to spread across both of its wings. It gets to the point where it can't stay airborne and slowly spirals down into the lava.
Yeah.
Why are
That
you
was
troubled by that,
both of
Lux?
Both of them.
Because I wanted to stop it. I didn't get a chance to stop
There's
it.
a last... and it disappears in a flash of lava. There's a moment of stillness, and then Moriet slowly turns and points his club in this direction. You can see across the bridge there's a number of rolling, craggy hills atop which this battle rages. And in the direction in which he's pointing, you can see the opening of a cave.
Okay.
Thus ends.
Can I do one thing before we start?
Oh yes, you stopped me one word away.
So we're all on the bridge, right? I want to look at the heroes and say, Heinrich, thank you for putting your soul on the line for us. And Brelinda, without you, we wouldn't have been able to make that contract. And Lux, thank you for offering to stay there. It is my will that our paths become one. Then I'm going to stick my hand out in the middle of the group, like looking for a group hand thing.
Oh my gosh.
Heinrich will quickly put his hand over top.
Okay.
Okay, but which one of us is heart, guys? Let's be honest. Which one of us is heart? That's going to be
Heinrich.
Heinrich. All right, I'm still kind of staring at my hands like I became some sort of powerful being, and I'm just gonna like put it in really gingerly in case I hurt.
Mhm.
Lex Pet's hairs on the top.
Okay.
Do we
Now
have
what?
like a catchphrase?
3, 2, 1.
Yeah, we can't end until you give the catchphrase.
What's the catchphrase?
Well, I have a million. I'll say, endure. In enduring, grow strong. And I'm gonna look Lux like right in the eyes.
Oh man. All right, so on the count of 3, break.
1, 2, 3, break! Thus ends episode 6 of Mordenkainen's Path of the Plains. Good grief. You guys are a lot of fun to play with. It's just awesome. So much fun to play with. Let's change to some pastoral music here. Because you guys are fantastic, everybody who's watching is going to want to find you again this week. So let's go around the circle and tell them how they can do that. Even if it's just on Twitter. Let's again go ladies first. Ellie.
So you can find me on the @_Kempester. I tweet a lot about D&D and also about trying to write a PhD because, yeah, that's super exciting. I also do a Dungeons & Dragons actual play podcast called The Undersiders, and a friend and I have a podcast called Monster Crush about dating aliens, cryptids, and monsters. So please check those out. You'll love them, my friend.
How often do those come out?
Well, the Monster Crush, we've only got 2 episodes thus far. We should have been up to 3 by now, but I was really sick.
I remember that.
All over.
But both... that's not fair. Both pods come out fortnightly.
What
every
does
2
that
weeks.
mean?
Okay, that's every 2 weeks.
Oh,
That's
Every 2
awesome.
weeks. Every 2 weeks.
Okay, Sean and Sean, did you know what fortnightly means? Am I the only idiot? Okay.
No, I didn't.
Okay, well, at least I've got one other person who didn't know. Okay, fantastic. Kelly.
Hello again. That's me. Opera Geek on Twitter. I'm mostly just probably going to be on Twitter. I don't have any other streams going on right now because I am leaving immediately after this for my first staging rehearsal for La Boheme next month.
Woohoo!
So I'm going to be a little busy, but if you'd like to get all the lovely sightseeing tourist shots of me playing God of War, just follow me on Twitter.
Sean M. Oh,
Hi,
did we just get a new stream boss? Did that just happen? No. Sorry, my bad. Sorry to interrupt you.
That's all right. Yeah, I'm Sean M. I host Waffle Talk. That'll be on the D&D channel tomorrow at 7. And I write a blog, Power Score RPG, and I make products on the DM's Guild. I swear, America's Tome of Hose will be out very soon. I'm having a really hard time finishing up, but I'm hoping to get it done this weekend. And Saturday, I'll be running one of the Tomb of Annihilation Adventurers League adventures. That's the one written by Lisa Chen called Rotting Roots. And that's at that'll be at 6:30 Eastern Time on Saturday. And then on Sunday, my Dungeon Academy group will be playing through the Temple of Elemental Evil prequel. They are really hilarious and weird. So you should check that out at 6:30 Eastern
What
Time.
is that? Oh, that's Emerald Meadows.
Battle of Emerald
Battle of
Meadows.
Emerald Meadows.
Yeah, it's an old Dungeon Magazine adventure by Chris
Right.
Perkins, John
Nice.
Lighthouse.
I was like, what is the prequel to? Would that be Village of Hamlet? No, I understand now.
Ha! Yeah, right. Yeah.
And Sean O, what's up?
All right. Well, you guys can catch me as a player at Castle Mac for our Sunday night stream of Strahd. If you guys want to check us out, it's twitch.tv/CastleMac. You can find me on Twitter at CastleMacSean. And Tuesdays, I'm DMing Princes of the Apocalypse. So I hope to see you guys there.
Right on. And I'm DM Shane. We do a bunch of shows here on the Greyhawk channel. It's awesome that so many people have followed, because if you enjoyed this, you're going to probably enjoy a lot of shows here. Return to Greyhawk is our longest running campaign, and that's Sunday nights at 8:30. Monday nights at 8:30 is Vile and Villainous, our hilarious and dark evil player campaign. So come and catch some more shows. And also, a big thing, if you have followed, go down and click on that Discord link. Follow the very simple directions. We have an awesome community hanging out in Discord, so you can hang out and talk with me and with all the players and all the other fans of Greyhawk, or just cool RP that happen to be populating the Discord. It's one of those places when you come back to it, it's like 856 messages since 9 a.m. this morning. It's like, what the heck? But it's a super, super fun place to be. So, good night, Devin Rue. I hadn't seen you in here. I also want to thank Archimedes, Spuds, NL, Nevin, Sardonicus Malevolus, Chunky Wookie, Cerelian 87, Mind Flayer in Florida. That's funny. People that have thrown bits and followed and subscribed in our last hour and a half. It's been awesome. So We'll see you in Discord and on Sunday night and back here next Wednesday. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.